Hey guys, YouTuber Rendered here. Alright, and this is one more Marvel related subject that I wanted to just talk about a little bit. This is gonna be just something I want to talk about regarding the new Venom movie coming up. So, yeah, this movie is like set to be released this October, and yeah, this film is like a of course, this film is like a spin-off from like Spider-Man film franchise, and this is also like um this is like set to like kind of like be like the start of sort of like a new sort of Marvel universe that Sony actually possesses the character rights to. So I'm not really sure like what this universe will actually include and who this will actually feature, because I'm not sure like isn't like the Spider-Man the only Marvel property that Sony actually has? I mean, yeah, does Sony actually have any other Marvel properties other than like the Spider-Man characters? I mean, because as far as I know, Spider-Man is the only Marvel franchise that Sony actually does own the rights to, or at least like they now share the rights with Marvel. So yeah, as far as that goes, I'm not really sure like what this universe actually will include. And yeah, I'm not sure how many of you have actually seen the trailer for this film, but yeah, I'll put the trailer for the film down in the description box if you want to watch it if you haven't seen it before. And so yeah, I'm not really sure actually what this film actually is about. I mean, it looks like that this film is actually like a different take on Venom than like the take that the comics had, and of course like what Spider-Man 3 did. Now, it looks like in this film, like Venom is still like Eddie Brock, and yeah, it looks like to be like a lot older of an Eddie Brock. Like, it looks like he's actually like kind of a full-grown adult here, as opposed to like how in Spider-Man 3, where he was like roughly around Peter's age, kind of like in his early 20s maybe. It looks like Venom is probably, well, Eddie Brock is probably like, he's probably maybe in his 30s maybe, I don't know. But yeah, in this film he's like a type of like journalist, and I guess like he's recruited to be like the subject of a test experiment of like the alien symbiote that has been discovered, and I guess like something goes wrong with this experiment or something, and then like the symbiote is just like taking control over Eddie in a sense. And apparently, like in this film, like it shows that the symbiote is actually able to talk to Eddie. Like it's making it seem like just Venom is a totally different personality and person than from Eddie Brock, and like when the symbiote actually talks, it just like refers to like it says we're referring to both like the symbiote and Eddie. So yeah, it looks like that this is a really different take on Venom than what Spider-Man 3 did with Venom. And so yeah, as far as how this goes, was what I really wanted to talk about with this is this film actually setting up to have Venom as a villain in a future Spider-Man film? Because yeah, I'm not like really, like I was just saying before, I'm not exactly sure like what this I guess this Sony universe actually does plan to do, and actually what they actually are um planning to do to go further in with this universe, whatever they do. But yeah, I feel like this film could actually be possibly setting up for Venom as a villain in a future Spider-Man film, because yeah, it also like Wikipedia also says that this Sony actually does intend for this film to actually still share the same world that Spider-Man: Homecoming had, and of course, like that is of course in the MCU. So yeah, it looks like that this film, like Sony actually does want this film to actually be in the same universe as the MCU. Since like because of the deal that Sony did have with Marvel to share the rights for Spider-Man, which led to Spider-Man being like crossed into the MCU. And so yeah, and Yeah, so I have a feeling that maybe this film actually could possibly be setting up for Venom to be a future villain in the upcoming, then a future Spider-Man film. Because, well, yeah, the next Spider-Man film, like the Spider-Man Homecoming sequel, isn't set for release until after the next Avengers film. That's not like set for release until July 2019. And so, yeah, but yeah, I have a feeling that they could do this because remember what I was talking about before? How I was saying before how the that video I made where I was saying like the any future Spider-Man films should have new villains that really intro haven't been used before in any previous Spider-Man film. Because like I was saying I didn't want to see like Green Goblin again, or like really I wanted to see like some new villains be used that haven't been used before in film because yeah, they like the Spider-Man films seem to just have the habit of like kind of using the same villains over and over again. I just want to see more, and I did say that I was willing to like like be okay with if they were to use Venom again because like how Venom after how Venom was used in Spider-Man 3, how Venom barely got any screen time. I'm like this like if like they wanted to try it again and actually like use Venom properly the way he should have. People wanted to see him be used in Spider-Man 3, and so yeah, it looks like like Sony is trying to do it and really like give Venom like kind of his own storyline and stuff with this Venom film, and so whatever they plan to go with through with next, and I think that could possibly be Venom being a villain in like the next Spider-Man Homecoming film, possibly. And probably, like I was saying, I'd like to see something with Carnage, and this would be something that they would have to do. They would have to reintroduce Venom because Carnage was an offspring of Venom. So that could be possibly like what Sony and Marvel want to do, and that's could be one of the reasons that they're starting up with this Venom film, and then possibly have him be a villain in the next Spider-Man film, and maybe then like he'll get destroyed or something, and then like that will be like have the birth of then like just have Carnage then be born, and then you could have then Carnage be another future villain, and then yeah they have that storyline all set up. That could be what the Sony may be leaning towards, but yeah, that's just something that I really think. I really think that maybe that this is probably the turn that Sony and Marvel actually do want to take. And yeah, and yeah, with them doing like the spinoff, with this being a spinoff, I think that this is interesting because I mean, because with the previous Spider-Man franchise, when the first reboot series, he's like they actually did have like before it got canceled, they did actually have plans to do like some spin-off films. Like they were like having this a thing to like set up for the Sinister Six, which was a plan, a spin-off film from the previous reboot series, but then like with the that series ended up being canceled, then just all the projects ended up being scrapped. But it looks like they're wanting to go back and actually try to make some of these spin-offs, and so yeah, they're doing this Venom movie. I'm not sure like if they are planning to do any more spin-offs. I don't really like I have been saying. I really don't know like what if Sony is actually now starting this it's a universe of their own. Like this is like this is starting like a new shared universe featuring the Marvel characters. Sony possessed the film rights. I'm not sure if like Sony is like making all these spin-off films to like have be like kind of like intact with the MCU, but not necessarily like fully connected. So I really don't know like what the plans are for this, and I really don't know like what this is really leading towards. Like I said, I would just only have to presume that this is possibly what this is leading towards with a Venom being a future villain in a Spider-Man film. But yeah, it's possible they could do that, and yeah, I don't think it has actually been officially revealed like what this film's purpose actually is, and so yeah, I guess like we're just gonna have to wait and see like in the future if like Sony will announce any future info for this film, if this actually does have a role to actually have Venom be like like included and featured as a villain in future Spider-Man films. So yeah, it's just like yeah, I just have like so many presumptions of what this film will actually be and what its purpose will actually serve, and so yeah, I really don't know like what to really expect, and so yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. Like once this film comes out, we'll just see like what the deal is and if like what this is actually planning to do. Yeah, I have to assume that maybe like in this film it may like end up ending on a cliffhanger. Maybe like Venom or Eddie Brock maybe finding out about like something to do with like Spider-Man and the Avengers and stuff, and maybe then like I really don't know like I've been saying, I really don't know what is next in store for the next Avengers film, and yeah, the next Spider-Man film is set for release after the next Avengers film, as I said. So yeah, I really don't know what this film is really gonna be leading towards, and if he will like come intact with a Spider-Man in a future film. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see, like I said. So yeah, that's just really my 2 cents on it. So yeah, I really don't know what to expect. You guys can like tell me your thoughts on this and what you think that this film could possibly be leading towards. If you think that Venom is actually going to be a future villain in the next Spider-Man film, and if you think that this will be leading to what I was just talking about with like leading to like the Carnage storyline, which I really would like to see. I would like to see like Carnage be a future villain in any future Spider-Man film. So yeah, I can only hope that that's what this film is could act as to help to build up to Carnage. So yeah, we'll just see what happens. All right, so so that's what I have to say about the Venom film. Like I said, trailer will be in the description if you want to watch it, and yeah, it does look kind of like an interesting film. It's like I said, a really different take on Venom, and so yeah, and I am really like curious to actually see what this film actually does have in store and what it will lead to. Alright, so yeah, that's all I have to say about it. You can let me know what you think by commenting it on my channel or sending me a message. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on it. Alright, so yeah, that's all I have to say about the new Venom film. So I hope you guys enjoyed what I had to say about it. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.